Alright, we'll officially get started once we get a couple of viewers that come on. I don't see any just yet. Just did post a link though. I'm going to leave all this in. You get to see it unedited. Alright, so while people are slowly joining, I'm assuming, I hope, tonight's show is the great end of the year show. We won't do the Owners Award show here. That will be separate because that's just how great it is. It deserves its own video, so to speak. That won't be live. I'll record that. But the end of the year we do a lot of different things here. So we're going to detail that, and this is going to be a longer show than normal because we've got a ton to talk about, and I need to update Daddy Leagues while people are joining to get in on the live show. And you know, I have a lot to say, but if you have comments, you have questions, please post them in the chat because I'm going to be following along with the chat here. Usually I keep the screen up to see myself and make sure I'm in frame, but I'm not going to do that tonight. So I'm going to keep the chat up so I can get feedback on what I'm saying, if there are comments or questions or anything like that. I'm going to update through the app here so we can get all that updated. We have Daddy Leagues good to go in case we need it. But first off, I want to say congratulations to all of the playoff teams that made it. We're going to start there because that's the most immediate thing going on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I do see 4 people on, so that's enough to get started with. First off, let's go through the playoff seeds in each conference here. First off, we got the we'll start with the NFC. Why not? Seahawks 14-2 get the number 1 overall seed. They have home field advantage throughout all of the NFC playoffs. Your 2 seed are the Vikings. They all have a bye and have home field advantage in the divisional round, second round. They have a bye. Alright, so let's get into this. 3 seed are the Giants. They will host this week's playoff game against the, once I find it here, 49ers. Alright, so you got the Giants and 49ers in one playoff game. And then you've got the Saints, who just won the NFC South. They are hosting the Detroit Lions in the other wild card game. Okay, so seed-wise, Giants are the 3, Saints are the 4, Lions are the 5, 49ers are the 6. Alright, if you're scoring at home. That's what the NFC looks like. Alright, over in the AFC, looks well, okay. The Steelers got the tiebreaker over the Chargers, so, and I don't know why. It's just luck of the draw, I guess. So, the Steelers will have home field advantage throughout all of the AFC playoffs. The Chargers have the number 2 seed in the other bye. They'll host in the divisional round in round 2. Alright. The 3 seed are the Jaguars. The 4 seed are the Dolphins. The 5 seed are the Browns. And the 6 seed, yours truly, the bad news Buffalo Bills. Did we lose on purpose? I wouldn't say on purpose, but did we try our best? No. Alright. So the first round matchups. You got the Bills traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars in the one wild card game. Then you got the Dolphins hosting the other wild card game against the Browns. Alright. So once again, Steelers are the 1, Chargers are the 2, Jags are the 3, Dolphins are the 4, Browns are the 5, Bills are the 6 in the AFC. Alright, so let's jump to some playoff previews and my thoughts on these wild card games. and I'm going to jump over to the schedule. You know what I miss, man? I remember in Madden 94, they used to have this cool playoff music. Y'all remember they had a little music in the menus and all that? The cool little music, man. It would make you feel special when you made the playoffs. Now it's just like just another game. Anyways, all right. First up, Bills Jaguars. We have been playing hot and cold football in Buffalo. Not really sure what to expect with these guys. Tyrod can be on his game where he can just throw it all over God's creation. McCoy is a pretty good back. Our line, if they want to block, they're okay. If they don't, then we're just up shit's creek. Kelsey out really hurts our offense, like I've said. The Jags, I took a look at them earlier. A lot of speed in the secondary, and that's not a good matchup for us because we don't have much. Offensively, they've got speed also. They got a combination of Fournette and Marshall in the backfield. Stopping the run is always our main concern. Throwing the ball, Bridgewater's coming and done a really good job. Two main threats are on the outside, and Westbrook and Robinson. And then the tight end, I think, is the number 3 receiver. He's got a lot of speed. So that'll be a big challenge for us. We're definitely underdogs. We didn't expect to be here. At the beginning you pick your season goal. I thought we'd get 7 wins, but we exceeded expectations, and we're excited to go down to Jacksonville and throw our hat in the ring and see what happens. All right, 49ers and Giants. 49ers, another team you didn't expect to be here. In all honesty, you thought we had it bad in Buffalo. The 49ers were just direct of talent, and Levi has done a really good job. And after a slow start, mind you, I think they started 0-2 or 0-3 or something like that, and they turned it around, and they're in the playoffs, mainly behind the back. I think it was a rookie quarterback. I think he's hurt. I don't remember, but anyways, I'll have to check on that. The biggest thing with Levi is he's a very good defensive player, and it makes life tough on you. You look at the Giants. They won the NFC East, and a couple of teams kind of crumbled down the stretch. I thought the Redskins were doing really well, and then kind of crashed and burned down the stretch, and the Giants took advantage and won the division. I believe he's playing Davis Webb at quarterback. I haven't looked at them much. I didn't play him this year. But when it starts with the Giants, look at Odell Beckham Jr. That's going to be the guy that the 49ers are going to have to shut down if they have a chance in this game. I've played the Giants a number of times in the past. The biggest thing with him, you have got to stop the deep passing game. If you can stop the deep passing game, you have a good shot of beating him. To be honest with you. Alright. Browns Dolphins. We just saw the Browns give the Steelers a hell of a ride, and we just learned his name was Ramon. But I won't go there. We already talked about that enough, but that was funny to me. You look at the Browns. I watched some of their games throughout the season. He's a good running guy. You've got to stop the run first if you think you're going to have a chance of beating him. And then throwing the ball, he can get you at formation where you think it's run and then come out and throw the ball. Very tough to try and pick up tendency on. We really avoided that matchup, to be honest with you. I did not want to have the Browns in the playoffs. I have PTSD from all the times we have good seasons in Madden 17 and then have to face the damn Browns in the playoffs and then just fuck it all up. So I'm glad I'm not playing the Browns. Can you not tell? Defensively, he's a good user of the linebacker. Takes away the middle of the field, kind of forces you outside the hashes, so to speak. Dolphins, of course, I played him twice in the past 3 weeks. And, we all know Heavy's a very good player. One thing I do question is why he's not using Devontae Parker. I know Stills has good speed, and he actually hurt me a couple of times in the games that I played because my corners aren't where I want them to be just yet. But I'm surprised because Parker is a really good player, but maybe he's been saving him for the playoffs. Who knows? I don't know. But the Dolphins' run game, you can slow it down. They have some offensive line issues. Defensively, he really does well with McMillan in the middle and using him and causing problems when you reads and such. I think I threw an interception to him tonight, and I thought I had something coming across the middle. So that'll be a good game. Two very good users that have been here a long time. I'm excited to see that game happen. Lions Saints is the last wild card game, and this is an interesting matchup here. We all know with Kendall, the Lions, he takes these mediocre quarterbacks and somehow is able to play really well with them. And Brad Kaya, and we'll get to awards in a second, but you're going to hear his name a lot. He's had a really good year for Detroit. The big thing with him, and I've seen in the games he's lost, Kaya has not played well. So you're going to have to take away the pass. But the problem is he can run the ball also very well. I remember he can run it off tackle a good bit. I think he's mixed it up a little bit this year in that respect. But I think if you stop the Lions' passing game first, you'll have a shot. I did play the Saints this year. The big thing I remember from that game was, number one, they will not die. We had several big plays where I thought we finally put them away, but then they would come right back down the field and score. And, if this game gets to be a two-score game, the Lions can't rest. Adrian Peterson, for some reason, plays like he's still a star player in Madden, and he's not at all. I remember that. Their corners are better than you would think for all their defensive struggles in real life. Offensively, he's going to run the ball, but with Drew Brees, the thing you got to be careful with is he'll pass a lot from running formations. And that's the thing that really kind of challenges you when you're trying to play against tendency and such. So I think that'll be a good game also. So I think we've got 4 good games here in the wild card round with 8 very good users that I don't think any of these guys are new. No, they've all been here before. So big thing to remember, 24-hour advance in the playoffs. Everyone knows that. So the deadline will be midnight tomorrow night to get them in. And of course, when we get all 4 games done, we will move on to the divisional round. I'm trying to pull up what I want to talk about tonight because I'm about to jump to the next thing. And that's going to be the non-playoff team draft order. All right. That's what a lot of people wanted to hear. Where are you picking in the draft? Now, of course, you could have looked and seen already, but if you didn't, I've got the top 20 picks down because the last 12, of course, are playoff teams, and then those picks are settled once the playoff teams are knocked out of the playoffs, all right? So once the playoffs are over, probably next week, we'll get to that later. We'll do a special show about the draft here before the draft happens. All right, so the draft pick order, and I'm just going to start from the top because you guys have suffered enough. The number 1 pick in the draft belongs to the Cincinnati Bengals, who are officially on the clock, and they have been in this position many times before throughout their history. Now, what we'll do in our draft preview shows, we'll go through the draft order, and we'll go through and break down each team. We'll talk about where they may be looking in the draft, where they might need help. Tonight, I'm just giving you draft order, all right? The number 2 pick goes to the Chiefs. This pick came from the Jets, and you guys remember the trade where this happened. The Chiefs gave up Eric Berry at safety. They gave up Ladarius Green at tight end, and they gave up something else. I can't remember what else it was now, but I remember it was 3 good players for this pick. Number 3 are the Tennessee Titans. Number 4 are the Baltimore Ravens. Number 5, Jeff's trading ass the Falcons from the Carolina Panthers. I'm sure they're regretting that trade. I would be. Number 6 are the LA Rams. Number 7, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 8, the original Kansas City Chiefs pick. Number 9, Indianapolis Colts. Number 10, the Minnesota Vikings, the first of their 4 first-round picks. You know, it's a damn shame you get 4 first-round picks and you only got 1 in the top 10. God damn. This pick comes from the Patriots, and I believe that was the Dalvin Cook trade, who is now on the block once again. Amazing. Number 11 are the Cleveland Browns. This pick came from the Houston Texans. I believe the Texans are going to miss the draft. I think that's what he said, so he was trading his picks away to get known commodities, which is a smart thing to do. Don't trust the CPU all the time. But we'll get to something else here in a second. Number 12 are the Chicago Bears. 13, Green Bay Packers. 14, Minnesota Vikings, the second of their 4 first-round picks. This one came from the Falcons. Number 15, Denver Broncos. 16, Dallas Cowboys. 17, Washington Redskins. 18, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 19, Arizona Cardinals. And number 20, the Oakland Raiders. Alright, so those are the top 20 picks in the draft. Of course, that could change with trades and movement and such. Remember this, if you don't or can't make the draft, you can set your draft board. Okay? The CPU will follow your draft board if you set it. So, what happens is, let's say Colts is going to miss the draft. He's at number 9. Once your player has been taken in front of you, it goes off your draft board, and then the next guy will pop up, kind of like fantasy football draft. Like if you set your draft board in that, it's the same concept, alright? So please, if there's any chance that you will not be at the draft, make sure you set your draft board so the computer will know who you want to pick and what selection. Now you can go as deep as you want on this draft board. To my understanding, it works very well. I don't think it's been any complaints about the draft board I've seen so far. But I don't know how many people have gone real deep in it. If it was me, I would set my whole damn board for everyone I scouted, and then I won't have no excuses, honestly. Okay? Any questions on the draft order? Playoff previews before I move to the next thing. I haven't seen anyone post anything in the chat, so it lets me know you're paying attention, you're taking notes, and you're well engaged. I hope. Alright. Next topic. Let's do the award winners. Alright. So, what happens in the PEL is if you win one of these awards, you get a +3 boost on the attribute of your choosing except for speed. Okay? So, if I call your name, or you have a player that I call that wins an award, you get a +3 boost in attribute. Now, what I'll do is I'll DM you. Typically, I've posted it in the chat in the past, but since we're doing it on the live show, I will send you a DM asking you what attribute you want boosted. Okay? And the reason why we do this is because if older players win awards, I don't think the XP is worth all the effort you put in throughout a season. Alright? So it's a boost to make sure that the players that play well and win awards in the league get rewarded as if they would in real life. Like, for example, there's contract incentives in real life where a player would get a bonus if he performs well. Kind of like the same thing here. If you perform well on the field, you win an award, the +3 attribute boost is your bonus. Alright? So, no further ado, let's jump into the awards. Each time I call your name is 1 +3. So if you win multiple awards, you get another +3 for that award, because each award is separate. Alright? I did a quick glance. There are some multiple award winners. Alright? I'll say congratulations to all of you right now. Alright. Your league MVP is Le'Veon Bell of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Congratulations. Coach of the Year. The Coach of the Year award is a +3 attribute on any player of your choosing. Alright? Coach of the Year is Anthony Lynn of the San Diego Chargers. We all know that's Deontay. Congratulations, Deontay, on a wonderful season. NFC awards first. Offensive Player of the Year, we talked about him already. Brad Kaya, Detroit Lions. Congratulations. Defensive Player of the Year in the NFC, Michael Bennett, Seattle Seahawks. Congratulations, Ben. You've had an awesome season so far. Offensive Rookie of the Year, it's that man again, Brad Kaya, Detroit Lions. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Solomon Thomas of San Francisco 49ers. Good job, Levi. Best Quarterback, NFC, Brad Kaya. That's 3 plus 3 attributes you get. 3 separate awards. Best Running Back, no surprise here, Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations again. Best Wide Receiver, once again, no surprise, Odell Beckham Jr. Congrats to the Giants. Best Offensive Lineman, take a guess, it's a Cowboy. Zach Martin, Dallas Cowboys. And his offensive line sucks. He's got 1, 2, 3 Cowboys in the 10 offensive linemen. Excuses. Damn shame. Best Defensive Lineman, Cameron Jordan, New Orleans Saints. Congratulations. Best Linebacker, hey! Blake, you got something to celebrate. Levante David, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Congratulations. Best Defensive Back, Cam Chancellor, Seattle Seahawks. Congrats once again, Ben. And the all-important, biggest award of all, Best Kicker, Phil Dawson, Arizona Cardinals. Nice consolation prize. Didn't make the playoffs, but you got the Best Kicker award. Good job. AFC awards. Offensive Player of the Year, Le'Veon Bell, Pittsburgh Steelers. That's number 2. 2 plus 3 attributes for Le'Veon Bell. Congratulations. Defensive Player of the Year, Bruce Irvin, Oakland Raiders. Congratulations on that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, this man is available, Dalvin Cook, New England Patriots. Congratulations. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I was so proud of this young man. He's been awesome for us. Tre'Davious White, Buffalo Bills. So proud. Good job, son. Best Quarterback, Josh Dobbs, Pittsburgh Steelers. Excellent job. Another rookie quarterback getting it done. We had 2 rookie quarterbacks win Best Quarterback awards in both conferences. That is amazing. Good job. Best Running Back, number 3 for Le'Veon Bell. Good job. Best Wide Receiver, Corey Coleman, Cleveland Browns. I'll tell you, that's some of that Browns magic right there. You wouldn't have projected Corey Coleman to be the best AFC receiver, but he is. Excellent work. Best O-Lineman, Joe Thomas. No surprise there, Cleveland Browns. Best D-Lineman, Melvin Ingram, San Diego, LA Chargers. Great job, Deontay. Best Linebacker, Bruce Irvin. Once again, number 2 for Mr. Irvin. Is it number? Yeah, I think it's number 2. Yeah, it's number 2. He wasn't D-Plant. Yeah, okay. It's late. I'm sorry. Oakland Raiders. Alright, best DB, Mike Mitchell, Pittsburgh Steelers. Excellent job. Best Kicker, Steven Hauschka, Buffalo Bills. Good job, Steven. Nice work. Alright, so those are the awards. Once again, I will DM everyone that won one of those awards. You get a +3 attribute on any attribute of your choosing except speed. Alright, so those DMs will be coming out here real soon, and I'll get those updated as I get the DMs in. Alright, any questions or comments on the awards? Great job to everybody. Great work. Alright, let's keep it going. There's a comment. How does Michael Bennett win Defensive Player of the Year and not Defensive Lineman of the Year? Well, let's find out. NFC. Oh, he did lose out to Cameron Jordan. He sure did. Maybe there's different criteria on that. Interesting. I don't know. It's Madden, man. Voters are funny. Alright, now here's the big one. Off-season schedule, okay? What we like to do at off-season schedule is give you an idea of when things are going to happen. Alright? Last year we did a good job with this. This year being year one, I want to see how fast we move through the playoffs. So I'm going to give you a rough estimate right now. But once we get to the Super Bowl, the actual schedule with times and everything will be posted because I'll know for sure where we are and where things are going to happen. All right. Okay, so tomorrow is all designated for wild card. So it's wild card Wednesday tomorrow. All right. Advance, midnight's the deadline. Hopefully we'll be done sooner than that. We usually are. Thursday is slated for divisional rounds, 24-hour advances in the playoffs. Friday slated for the conference championship games. And then Saturday slated for Super Bowl, and then we start re-sign period. Okay? Re-sign period will be a 12-hour period. Alright? So I'll give you 12 hours to re-sign the guys that you might have picked up during the season, or you didn't have a chance to sign during the season. Okay? Very important that we know that. Like I said, the exact times will come out when Super Bowl week arrives. We'll have exact times ready to go and everything. Sunday is designated for free agency all day long. Free agency advances typically 6 hours, roughly, depending on the day and the time, what's going on. Sunday, it should be. I wouldn't anticipate any more than 6 hours advancing for each stage. But like I said, once we get to Super Bowl time, we'll have that all written out very clearly. All right. And then the big thing, Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, will be the Season 1 draft. I do my best to avoid drafts on the weekends, only because that's your family time. That's time where people may be going out of town for the weekend, getting away. Football we got going on, college football on Saturday, NFL Sunday, high school on Friday, so I try not to put drafts on those days, especially during football season. Monday night game is the Vikings and the Bears. Who gives a fuck about either one of those teams? So the Season 1 draft on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That is the one thing set in stone. So mark your calendars. Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, Season 1 draft. Alright? Just one note, be aware, advances can change if the playoffs get done sooner. Like I said, once we get to Super Bowl week, I'll have the schedule written out in stone. But the draft will be Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. No questions asked. Okay? Any questions on the off-season schedule? I'll wait for a second on that, because I kind of went through it pretty fast. But the guys that have been here, you know how things go. And like I said, we will do a draft roundtable show. We'll set up I'll set up a conference call. The other commissions will call in, and we'll try to do it live. If we don't do it live, we'll record it and then I'll post it. Alright. Rams is saying no kickoff return award. It's the only thing I did well. No, man, no kickoff return award, but that brings me to my next point. The Owners Award Show will be filmed either Wednesday or Thursday this week. Alright. And what that is the Owners Award Show is the last power rankings of the year. But in the event that we have people that don't win awards, in the fine time that we live in 2017, everyone gets a trophy. So the Owners Award Show is everyone's trophy. Alright? And that trophy can be honorable, it can be funny, it can be real, or it could be fake news like our president. So, look, we have a lot of fun with it. It's really, something that I like to do, and it kind of gives me a chance to have a little commentary on everyone within the league, and everyone gets a nice little award, and we enjoy it, and it's a good time. All right. So that's the next thing coming up down the line. Sunday storylines. We'll kind of get into some of the off-season moves that will be made here. We'll kind of go through each team and kind of look at the moves they're making. Maybe talk about some player reactions to those moves. It'll be a fun storyline. We have been kind of serious on the storylines the past couple of weeks, so we'll get back to the fun. Everyone's excited for the off season. I hope everyone's active in the off season. That's a big thing that I am big on here in the league. A lot of people will complain that their team is not good and they, don't want to make moves. All right. This league is built on building your team your way. If you don't want to build your team, then there's nothing I can do to help you. Okay. You got every opportunity to improve your team in the off season. So please be active. Make bids on free agents. Make smart trades. If you're a struggling team, don't give up your damn picks if you're going to be at the draft. If you're not going to be at the draft, that's fine. That's cool. But damn it, be smart. Struggling teams, keep your first round picks. Develop those guys. Focus train them each week, and you'll get better. Alright? Just hang with it. And I've talked to a few guys that already have a plan how to attack the off season, and I'm excited to see it. I really am. It's really going to be a good time, I believe. A couple things to note if you're not in the playoffs, and even if you are in the playoffs. On the game, you can look and see who your Pro Bowl players are. If you go and look at your XP, and I'm going to look at mine now because I haven't done this yet. But if you look at your XP, it may be able to tell you what guys are in the Pro Bowl or not based on the XP they got. I must not have a lot of Pro Bowl players. Or mine, I'm still in the playoffs, so maybe mine hasn't updated just yet. I don't know on 17. This is the first time I'm looking. I don't know who the hell would have in the Pro Bowl. I don't know if I have any Pro Bowl players. Just out of curiosity, let me see if this guy might have made it. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly here. But you're going to go to your player card, and then you're going to go to progression history, okay? The progression history should tell you if they've won a Pro Bowl award or not. And if you non-playoff teams will look at that and see if they've done that. They might have changed it this year. But in the past, that's how you could tell if you made the play. Excuse me, if you made the Pro Bowl or not. I may not have any Pro Bowl players because we don't have a lot of individuals that stood out. Sad but true. Very sad but true. Alright, so Tyrod Taylor, he did make the Pro Bowl. Okay, so it is there. So if you go to progression history, and it should be under this week, and it'll say player award, Pro Bowl appearance. So for Tyrod, just to share, he got upgraded to quick development. He got some XP, not a lot, but he got some XP. Got some legacy points, which does anyone care about legacy points? I mean, really? I've never cared about that. And his confidence went up +3, which he's going to need because, damn it, we got a tough game. So kind of scroll through your guys, go to your player card once again, and then go to progression history, and it'll show you if he made a Pro Bowl or not. Okay? Do we have any other comments, concerns, anything from anyone still watching? And that's 5 people. Wow, at 12:30 at night, 5 people, man, that's awesome. You 5, I should give you an award, but I don't know who you are. It doesn't tell me. But thanks for this special late edition of the live show. If there's nothing else, we're gonna go off the air, and we kind of got through it a little faster than I thought. I was going to go through some stats and tell you the league leaders and stats and all that, but it's late, man, and I've got to get up in the morning. So you're free to peruse all that. You've got a lot to do. You got end of year XP to do. If you want an award, I'll be DMing you shortly with the attribute that, tell me the attribute that you want your guy to be upgraded on. Go check and see who made the Pro Bowl. Guys not in the playoffs, go do your XP, man. Before the shit disappears again. I'm just kidding. I hope that doesn't happen. Alright, guys. And by the way, because of the XP happens, we're going to stay at 300% for year 2 also. Alright, I feel bad about that. And a lot of guys lost XP, and I don't think it's right. Hopefully the patch will come out soon and all these problems will go away, and we'll have a better game. Alright, thanks guys for watching. It's much appreciated. We'll put the the playback up maybe tomorrow. I don't think I'll have time to do it tonight. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.